and it's 9 a.m. We stayed in Prince George last night. It was, yeah, a long day. We got there about 9 o'clock, or no, 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock. And we did over 700 kilometers yesterday. Today we are doing about 600 kilometers, I think, just over. It was really cold this morning, minus 27, and with the wind chill, minus 20 or 34 or something. So Celsius, that's cold. Right now it's minus 25 according to the car. And we're on our way to Grimshaw, Alberta.
And how has the landscape changed?
Well, it's colder, it's a lot more snow, but it's a lot flatter. When you come from Prince Rupert down through to Prince George, you get a lot of mountains and a lot of windy roads. And we've been driving straight for quite a while now. Just, I'm surprised we're actually on a little hill here. So very flat. Can't really see any mountains in the distance. And I'm gonna speculate that we're gonna see flatter and more snow as we travel eastward. The roads are really good now. They're dry, at least. Yesterday they were really icy. And we're gonna stop for gas in a place called Mackenzie Junction, I think it is. It's about 170 kilometers from Prince George. So where are we?
We are at the historic Dunvegan Provincial Park, and under this beautiful, amazing, really cool bridge beside the Peace River.
I think this is the Peace River.
Yeah, so this is the Peace River behind us. We're in Alberta now. Crossed over about an hour and a half ago. And the Peace River Valley is a pretty, very fertile farming community. There's also lots of, a bit of controversy around what gets dammed in BC and what doesn't.
Yeah.
However, it's beautiful. The ice is just crystals all over the place, and it's
It looks
chilly.
like you could walk across it, but I wouldn't want to do that.
I wouldn't want to do that.
But it's not moving.
No, nothing is moving. It looks like it's sort of
crushed.
Yeah, all
Everything's
come
crushed.
together.
What's the temperature like?
It's cold.
Minus 28, the car said when we stopped. Celsius, minus 20.
Minus 28 Celsius, and so it's when you get caught in the wind, anything that's exposed, it feels pretty chilly.
Yeah, and I haven't told you yet, but the right side of your hair is all white from your breath, probably.
My breath, yeah.
So
I'm going gray early. The winter is making me gray.
Yes. And where are we off to today? We're not far from our destination.
No, we're off to Grimshaw.
Yeah, so about another hour, maybe?
Neither one of us has been to Grimshaw. So that'll be kind of fun to explore as well.
Yeah, and not much further, and then we're done for the day.
Yeah. And the sun's just going down, so we're gonna just slide into there just after dark.
Yeah.
Good morning, day 3.
It is day 3, and we're in Grimshaw. That's the place we made it to last night. So it's a little town in northern Alberta, named after a doctor, I think, ages ago. And yeah, I was just checking the weather. You might notice, I'm not sure if you can see much of the cart, but we're going to show you. But it's minus 35 Celsius right now outside. And it says, and then it feels like minus 35. So there's no wind chill, so that's good. Light snow. Not sure if you can see that on the phone. But because it's so cold, we have to bring a lot of stuff in. So some stuff we have to bring in anyways, because I've got like my working uniform and my duty belt. I shipped my firearms, so I don't have to worry about that. But so there's some things I have to bring in every night, regardless whether it was warm or cold out. But there's a lot of things that we brought with us that the movers wouldn't ship because they don't ship liquids. So we moved about half of the canned goods and jarred goods to the boat, and we've taken a bunch with us. So we've got every morning we have to load all this stuff back in. We've got jarred goods, all this jarred stuff. Then we've got all of our personal things, and cameras and things we don't want to leave in. Then we've got our normal bags that we just need to use to change our clothes. And yeah, so it's really fun because at the end of the day, after driving all day, we have to unload almost everything out of the car. And then in the morning, we have to reload it. So we're getting good at making everything fit. The car is really full. As you guys know, it's not a very big car. But yeah, that's our morning routine. And today we are going to drive to the Northwest Territories, Hay River. So that will be exciting. Neither of us have been to the Northwest Territories. We are just driving north today, all day. 600 kilometers, I think it is, that we'll be driving. So it'll be about a 6-hour drive. Hopefully the roads are good. And hopefully we remember how to get all this stuff back in the car. So, in Canada, we discovered that every car, after a certain year, I don't know what year, but every car built and destined for Canada has to have a block heater, because I went to get a block heater installed in my car and they said, oh no, it'll have one. So when you're in temperatures like this, you have to plug your car in at night and it keeps the engine block warm. Otherwise it probably won't start in the morning. So, and luckily in this part of the country, all the hotels have plug-ins, of course. So yeah, that's what we have to do as part of our evening routine. Oh, and this cord's frozen solid. We're gonna have to wrap it up a little bit, but it's pretty frozen right now. And the trick with plugging your car in at night is don't forget to unplug it in the morning.
Are you having fun yet?
Yeah, it's only minus 35. And I'm fighting with a cord that is frozen. It's supposed to warm up to minus 29 today, though. I did notice. So things are looking up.
Got me with the Mackenzie Highway sign.
So where are we?
We made it to the Northwest Territories. It is at the 60th parallel, so we are crossing that 60th parallel and continuing to drive north. It's really exciting.
And a lot of people around the world may have heard like north of 60.
Yeah.
It refers to the 60th parallel. Anything sort of north of that is considered pretty cold. And we're crossing it right now. This is the sign.
Yeah, and the highway into here is, it's finished in the 50s, and so I think the highway here is only 70 years old.
And there wasn't year-round access to Yellowknife, which is not our destination for today, but for tomorrow.
Correct.
Up until 2012, because you had to cross the Mackenzie.
Yeah.
And how was that done?
On ice road. Bridge or ice road?
Ferry or ice road.
Or ferry or ice road. Yeah.
But there was always the spring thaw and the fall freeze up when you
Now
couldn't cross.
And now there's a bridge.
Yeah, so now we can
we
go.
Get lots of truckers coming into territory on this highway, and we're about to have one pass us.
I can hear him sneaking up behind us.
Yeah. So, on to our next adventure. There's a pretty awesome looking visitor center. It's closed for the season, but that would be pretty neat to stop in at if you were coming up here in the summer.
Yeah, you were turned around, but you said closed for the season?
Closed for the season.
Yeah, so I guess this season is summer.
Yeah.
Anyways, onward and upward? Northward?
Onward and northward.